Canadian Constitution to championing multiculturalism and bilingualism in Canada, one of Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau's main goals was to bring the country together. Hi, I'm Alex Leduc, and welcome to WatchMojo.com. Today we're speaking with biographer John English to learn more about how Trudeau united the country. Why was Trudeau so determined to give Canada its own constitution and charter? And how did he feel about that legacy in later years?
When he first came into politics, he didn't want to open it up. But then it was opened up by the 67, 68, and he made his name as Minister of Justice, dealing with the demands from Danielle Johnson, the Premier of Quebec, for equality or independence. But once it was open, then you have to come to some sort of bargain about distribution of powers, and above all, how you amend the Constitution within Canada. So that was a real accomplishment for him.
We better grab this signature, this paper, and run before anybody changes his mind. La séance est adjournée.
On the Charter of Rights, he had always talked about the Charter of Rights. It's in the documents he produced in the 60s for the labour movement here. He brought it forward in Victoria in 1970-71, where there was a famous discussion where the Quebec government withdrew and agreement fell apart. So he came to believe, maybe because of the War Measures Act, that individual citizens should be guaranteed rights that are inalienable. And secondly, that by defining Canadians through a common allegiance to a charter with rights and freedoms, that there'd be a better sense of nation, of what a nation was. And so he would see that as his most significant achievement.
You want this charter, modified or otherwise, or you do not want a charter? And the people of Canada would decide if they want a charter. And Mr. Levesque agreed with that.
Tell us about the effect he had on bilingualism and multiculturalism in Canada.
That's complicated. He was part of the response of the federal government to the so-called Quebec crisis in the 1960s. He came to Ottawa to work on it.
Comment voulez-vous qu'on ait envie de se battre quand on sait depuis 200 ans qu'on perd et qu'on perd?
We're very optimistic about it. We think that things are going well. We think that the trend towards separation in Quebec has been reversed.
He had skepticism about the Bilingualism and Biculturalism Commission. He didn't like some of their solutions. But as things moved forward, he was strongly committed to bilingualism in the federal government. He realized by the later part of the 60s and early 70s that it was a tough political sell. And he moved to multiculturalism. I think there were three main reasons. One was politically. Ukrainians were upset they were being left out. Where do they fit? Where do German Canadians and other groups? The second reason was that he needed to respond to the changing Canada at the time and to immigration. And if immigrants are coming in, where do they fit in this? There were crises in the schools in Quebec relating to language, but there were also difficulties in cities too. And the third thing is he personally had this anti-nationalist notion that the rest of the world is just so fascinating.
To meet Canadians of many origins which are here in Montreal, and I think this is a good thing. It will broaden their horizons and to realize that the world is really open to everyone. For me, this beautiful, rich, and energetic country of ours can become a model of the just society in which every citizen will enjoy his fundamental rights, in which two great linguistic communities and peoples of many cultures will live in harmony. C'est ça, le Canada. Have a charter which defines the kind of country in which we wish to live and guarantees the basic rights and freedoms which each of us shall enjoy as a citizen of Canada. It reinforces the protection offered to French-speaking Canadians outside Quebec and to English-speaking Canadians in Quebec. It recognizes our multicultural character. It upholds the equality of women and the rights of disabled persons. A strong speech to all our Canadians to celebrate, but also pointing out to Quebecers that he understands their dilemma at a time when their government does not agree with the package that is being proclaimed into law today. The Queen will now head towards the desk where the actual signing will take place, and Barbara, it's starting to rain very gently. One description is spitting. It's a gentle rain. Let's hope it holds on. The
The moment the Queen puts her signature on this document, it becomes law. It will be witnessed later. The Constitution is now law.